Hey everybody, we're live and I think Pete's here too. Hello, Pete.
Hello, David. How are we today?
Oh, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. I'm rocking the Maui Strong shirt. All proceeds went to raising money for the people hit in Lahaina on the island of Maui there. So representing that tonight. What you got your book out yet? Where's that at?
Nope. There's a couple of details that we're figuring out with the book process. So making progress. That's a good thing. Thanks to everybody who's been a contributing thought leader and reviewer and put up with some of my craziness. The question I wanted to ask to kind of as people are filtering in tonight, it's zucchini season in Western Pennsylvania, David. The most enjoyable things you've done with a zucchini?
Oh, that's easy. Zucchini bread. But
okay, zucchini bread, right? There's more than just you on the call here. Let's see. I saw a zucchini apple pie recently. Apparently it's all sugar, so it's not really condone. I wonder what Brian would say about that one from a health perspective. A couple other health gurus. Let's see. I'm not seeing the comments over here. I'll have to pop over.
Oh, there's tons too. Tell us, everybody, where you're watching us from as well. Oh yeah, we got lots of people saying hello tonight.
I want to hear your favorite zucchini dish. Hello is what everybody does. We're not doing what everybody does. That's not why we have this little fireside chat series here, David. And if you don't like zucchini, you can just say that you don't like it.
No, for me, zucchini bread. That's it. No, that's it. Oh yeah, that's absolutely it. My wife makes a mean zucchini bread.
Zucchini can be thrown in a soup. Okay, you can eat zucchini in Arizona. I guess that's yep, that's fair.
CT is eating zucchini bread on his armchair.
Nice. You can do muffins. You can do. So I was hoping somebody was going to say, I like it as a vegetable, zucchini bread. Okay, fine. You can do like the spiralizer.
Oh no,
my wife does like pasta.
My wife does that as well on her KitchenAid. She's got that attachment. So you are correct. Yes.
You can also, if you've done this, you can grill it and put it like on a burger, right? And so you have your zucchini, your burger, your tomato, your salad, or well, I guess lettuce, and it all goes on there. Ooh, with extra chocolate chips. I'm guessing that goes along with his zucchini noodles.
Yeah, because no chips in the bread. No way.
Oh, I love it.
That's illegal.
Very cool. Hey, David, what are we here to talk about tonight?
Well, obviously zucchini bread. I thought. Hey. No, we're gonna discuss newsletters and articles, and I think that was
it. And company pages.
Oh yes, business pages.
Yes. So before we get into the how it works and all that stuff, let's talk through a little bit of why might we want to do either of these. Sure. Stuffed zucchini. That's a good one. That's also a solid option. I'm curious. Okay, what are you going to stuff it with? Sauteed. Okay, we might just need a quick couple of rabbit holes here.
I love it. You're making me hungry. Yeah, same. I'm gonna have to go unthaw. We have one loaf of zucchini bread in the freezer still.
Okay, so, next time you're in my neck of the woods, I'll just like put it in a box and just ship it over to you. It'll be there by like next fireside chat.
Yeah. No worries. I appreciate that. No, thank you. Yeah, we got to get off that subject. I think the easiest one is like business pages. A lot of people don't understand that they can create a business page, and you can create business pages for not just your business, but we should probably talk about the business first.
Okay, well, let's talk about the different use cases. Then we can dive into the business case. As I've mentioned, oh my gosh, I gotta stop looking at the comments. As I've mentioned that I was getting ready to launch the book, you gave me some great advice about how a business page could be used for that. As I've worked with some other nonprofits, we've set up, I guess, nonprofits, kind of like a business page, but other organizations, volunteer initiatives, like a race or something like that, a good cause. You can create different pages for those things, and it acts as if it was a business page. So quick kind of circle right there to get back to you, David, on, okay, so we get a business page.
Well, yeah. So business pages are easier to create than a LinkedIn profile. All you do is you create business page. Maybe I'll share some print. I'll share some screens here in a minute.
Yeah.
You throw up a logo, you put the company, a little bit about what you do, and you can also post as your business. But I would much rather business owners post as themselves. They're going to get way more traction than the business page ever would.
Yeah.
I just think of like Elon Musk and just say Tesla. Which one's going to get more views when one of them posts, even if it's posting about the same thing, right?
Yep.
We follow people. Sure, we might dabble in looking at different company pages and whatever, but we really follow people. So that post really needs to come from you. But yeah,
there's an update recently where we can follow individuals from a business page, right? That is a new happening as of late, last month or two, I want to say.
Yes, I tried and I can't do it yet, but just like with LinkedIn doesn't roll everything out to everybody at once, it seems like.
We're good for a couple of bugs per session though. So, maybe as you share your screen, we could run into a couple more bugs. Let's see who from LinkedIn is here on the call with us tonight.
All right, let's talk about how to create a business page. Okay. Cool. So really, really easy. This for business right up here, for business, right? We click that, scroll down here, create a company page. Wow. That's basically it. Maybe you're a small company, right? Whoops. Name of the company, website, industry, whatever, throw a logo up there, right? And before you know it, it literally is that quick. You can follow 3 hashtags, and before you know it, then you can attach that business page, to your, work history, and then somebody clicks it, it takes them, right to your business page. So that was it. So I'll send invoices out to everybody that's going to start a business page today, because I just shared with you how to do it. People don't even know, they say, oh, I thought it was just for like big businesses or whatever. No, anybody can create that. In fact, our friend that wrote a book recently, right?
Which friend is that? You're on small screen right now.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. So our friends, I know you know him.
I still can. Oh, Pandit.
Yeah. So I got it. I haven't read it yet. But I'm gonna actually be sharing some things about his book in my newsletter tomorrow. But you can create business pages for the launch of a book.
Yeah.
And then if you select Notify Network, well, so Pete, when you launch your book, right, then you can turn that on, add that, and then you're going to get all these congratulations, and then you're going to go, yeah, it's not necessarily a job, but I developed this book, and then you can.
It is indeed a job. Being an author is a job, and let me tell you, anybody out there that's thinking about writing a book, or writing a second book or a third book or something, holy smokes, there's a lot that goes into it. There is a lot that goes into it. Heck, we might even have just a whole session on that.
Oh yeah.
Drafting a post and drafting. Oh, that'd be a good one for a follow-on episode, David. How long for a post, short, medium, long, what that looks like. And then when it gets into a newsletter, and then when it should be into like a blog or a book or something like that afterwards. So I think that's something that's really helpful, because if you saw in my post earlier today, getting folks ready for this event, I very clearly said, don't do what Pete did at the end of 2020. If you go back and look at my post from there, it was maximizing. I kid you not. I used every single character that LinkedIn allowed in a post for 100 days straight or so.
They shouldn't be too short. They shouldn't be too long. There's kind of a magic almost. And if it's really long, then it could be an article for your newsletter.
Yeah. Hey, David, you mentioned that once we create a business page, somebody else can say, hey, I work there. I can also say, hey, I work there. Do you know of a way to have those people unwork there? For example, if you go to
Oh
the
yeah, sure.
Latitude page, you'll see that there's like, I don't know, 20 or 30 people that are there. And
Sure.
I've not ever met a 5 to 10 to 15% of them.
Uh, um, you know what? I'll jot that down because I don't know the answer to that because that's no, that's true. You can really anybody can say they work there. So let me do some digging.
Which also, as
Yeah.
we're a job seeker, right, we want to make sure on our resumes that we're not lying, right? LinkedIn
Okay.
is also like a resume. So if we see some past performance of, I worked
Yeah.
at Apple and I worked at Nike and I worked at Google, you could technically do that. But again, we're trying to be good stewards of what is legal, ethical, and moral. So
That's right.
just talking about the capabilities of the platform.
Yes, 100%. All right. So business pages, I mean, you can use them again for almost anything. The launch of a book. Um, boy, what
Can
else?
you share your screen again, David, and show us how to navigate to that business page once we have it created?
Yeah, sure. So once you have it, it's physically created, right? Then you would go to, add. You're going to add a work experience. Okay, you're going to add a position, and then you search for that company name because you've already created that company page, and then that's where you'll find it. And then once you put that there, and then you know, and then there you go. So that's
David,
it.
that wasn't my question. Click
Oh,
into that real quick and click on
sorry.
your face in the top left corner.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
No. I want to get to your company page.
Oh, you want me? Oh, okay. Sorry.
So we would, well, I guess you could go there. I usually just click on my face in the top nav bar
Yeah.
and it'll take me over to, or I just click on the drop down arrow by my name and you
Oh, okay.
can get to,
Well,
you
yeah.
can get to the, yeah. So go ahead, click that one. That's what I was going for.
Okay. Sorry. Then it's going to take you right here, and then
Mm,
you would
no,
click it.
that's not,
Not what
that's still
you're.
not the way. I mean, I guess there's a couple ways to skin the cat. What happens if you click the LinkedIn logo in the top left corner? Click that guy and then scroll down to your business page on the left hand side.
I might have a few.
And that's what I wanted to show, that you can
Oh,
have multiple business pages that you can
oh,
manage as an
yes.
individual.
Yeah. Even
And
my
so,
even my newsletter has a page.
got it. Yep.
So you can almost do it for for anything. When I did my weekly live, um, my online course has a page. My book has a page. I wrote a book. Not it's not going to be as in depth as Pete's is. I know that, but so
Mhm.
yeah, no, and you
Click
can
on your business page real quick. So
sure. All right.
now it takes us to what the admin view or the user view can look like. This is what I wanted to show. So it
Okay.
looks like we're in admin view right now.
Yep.
And everybody, it looks pretty similar to what it looks like if we were a user. So
Yes.
if you can use LinkedIn as an individual, you can use it as a business owner. That's what we're trying to share.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. And again, super easy. It gives some legitimacy, to your business there. And again, you can post as it, you can interact, and there are going to be people that want to follow your business page, and those are the really serious, followers and connections that we have that really want, to see content from there. So. Let me stop sharing. All right. So we have about 15 minutes left. What are we going to talk about next?
Well, we talked about not doing really long posts and we talked about things you can do from your business page, but let's talk about a newsletter. So, when might we want to do a newsletter and how does this differ from a post, David?
Sure. So let me pull up. I'll pull up my newsletter.
Well, hold on.
Here.
Before you share, let's talk through.
Oh yeah.
a little bit of it. And I think this is, I brought up the comments a little bit earlier of you can max out the amount of characters on a regular LinkedIn post. I don't know if it's up to like 3,250 or something like that. Maybe it's 3,500 characters.
It's 30 some hundred. Yes.
30 some hundred. But if say it goes to 5,000 something, right? Above the threshold, and you're
Yes.
like, oh, son of a gun. LinkedIn will let you type that many characters in there, but it will not let you post that. This is an instance where you'd say, oh my goodness, I'm stuck. So I believe as long as you have creator mode turned on, you are able to post newsletters as an individual.
You are correct. Now, somebody newer to LinkedIn, a couple hundred followers, maybe even 1,000. I would prefer that you sit on your hands for a little bit and maybe not start that newsletter just yet. Build that network up a little bit. Now, the minute that you create your first newsletter, all of your connections and followers will get invited, if they're following you, to join your newsletter. When people have went maybe and started that newsletter too soon, they don't see as much growth as a lot of other people do. So I tell you to sit on your hands for a little bit and build that connections and followers. Maybe build that content.
What's the number? Should we wait until we have 1,000 followers?
Maybe I would say at least 5,000.
That's what I've heard as well. Yeah, I'd say probably 5,000.
And if you can wait a little bit longer, to be honest, and even develop content, a little bit more weeks and weeks and weeks. I go weekly. There, you can go daily. You can go monthly. For me, I'm very comfortable going weekly. But if I've already built, I have like 15 drafts. I have the next 15 weeks. Maybe not exactly planned, but tweaks here and there, because I don't want to be in the moment having to create one. And what a great way. I have 117,000 followers on LinkedIn. I just hit 60,000 subscribers to my newsletter.
Wow.
And those go out via email. Now, when I say email, LinkedIn emails them. You can see, you can't filter who you can see the people that are subscribed, but it's from the most current to, it would take forever for me to look at them. You can't filter them yet, but LinkedIn does send a physical email to them sharing your newsletter.
Yep. And I think what some others have done, is it Beehive, where they'll connect and they'll kind of do their LinkedIn newsletter, and then some people will go over in Beehive, and that is where you can collect the email addresses. So there's a way to do LinkedIn newsletter and then repurpose it a couple of different ways, I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
There are other tools similar to that.
Yeah. But for me, the great thing about newsletters is you can embed video in there, from a website that they can see right away. You could put hyperlinks to take them, to whatever, that you want to share. Maybe it's a upcoming event, and I'm going to start sharing this. I did last week, and I'm going to put a link to our next week's event, so people can sign up there. So it is a great way, because people have to hit subscribe, right? So it's like people have to make that choice. But what a great way, again, to get your message delivered to their inbox. So, and what to share? That's easy. You can be a little, I'll say a little, you can be a little spammy on those from time to time, selling a service, selling a product, because these people, hit subscribe, right? It's not just a cold message. I would say not do it all the time. And lately, at least every other week, I'm maybe showcasing somebody else in my newsletter, because I'm the one that's still delivering the message, but I can share and showcase others. That's fun.
Yeah, you showcased me one time, and I appreciate that. I think, who'd you have? Penelope was on there recently, right? It was
and our favorite, our second favorite author. He'll be in there tomorrow on my newsletter, and just because I just wanted to do it, I wanted to help promote others. But you can share just various things. It doesn't have to be that one article. It can be just so many different things. And I think people are just missing the opportunity with newsletters. And you could go monthly. I don't think that's enough. I don't think monthly is enough. I think weekly hits the right mark for me, at least.
So why don't you navigate to my newsletter, and we'll show a little bit of what not to do, right, for the cadence piece, right? So here's a delayed. I have the next one drafted. It went to our website. And so this is another piece of develop the content once. You can make a blog post on your website. You can copy and paste and put it into a newsletter. We'll show you how to do that in just a moment. You'll create a post to let everybody know about this. So if you're looking for my newsletter, where might you find it, David?
Could it be here?
Well, I have it as my featured articles, which I think is a good suggestion for people. I think it's the second one in. Your favorite video is the first one.
So, hey, not too shabby, coming up on 24,000 subscribers. I like it.
Mm-hmm. So you're now subscribed. You can see this. And as you scroll down, you'll see here are the different, very similar to blog posts, right? Yes. And here's what everybody's able to see. Now, typically, the engagement on a newsletter will not be as high in most instances. So here's a place where I popped into Canva. I went in, created that image at the top. And, by no means am I the best whenever it comes to newsletter work. But you can say, hey, again, this is just a copy and paste. The nice thing about the newsletter is LinkedIn doesn't get as mad whenever you put external links in the newsletter. And I think they don't like it whenever you put external links in the body of a post. You can put it in a comment, of course, but this is a way for us to, again, you see what I'm doing, highlighting some other people. This was a recap from a podcast session that we did, actually a LinkedIn Live that we repurposed for a podcast. So one set of content and then used a bunch of different ways. And then sometimes I like to have fun with it. And I'll just ask ChatGPT at the end and be like, now if ChatGPT was to write this, what would it say about this? So it's kind of a fun way to go about it.
Yeah. And I tell you what, it's okay if your newsletter covers, maybe has a couple different sections, like one's the main topic and then some other kind of like subtopics as well too. And now you don't want to make it too long, obviously, but you don't want it to be too short either. And yes, you're totally right. You're not going to get, probably 100,000 views on your newsletter because obviously we know that it takes a little bit longer to read, but you have loyal readers, and that's the key. You have people that want to see this delivered to their inbox.
David, what is optimal length? I see if you click onto that, what does that say, a 4-minute read?
Yeah.
So if it says 3, 4, 5 minutes, if it gets above 5, is that too much, do you think?
Yeah, 2's probably not enough. 3, 4, 5, I would say. I don't see too many longer than 5, nor should we, because
let's go over 20 years and take a look at a recent newsletter to gauge ballpark length. And there's actually a tool that you can get online. It's free. I forget what it's called right now, but it's something along the lines of tell me how long it takes to read this article.com.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. That's obviously not what it's called, but that's what the tool accomplishes.
All right.
Nadia telling us she shoots for 5 minutes. There we go.
Nadia she's amazing. Oh, I just hit at 61,000. I lied. You know what I've noticed? Okay, let me ask you this, Pete. How many subscribers did we see? 23,000.
I think ballpark 23. Yeah.
All right. How many connection or how many followers do you have?
39.
All right.
38,000. Yeah.
What we've been seeing, or at least I've been seeing, is about for those that are very active on LinkedIn, have about near 50% followers.
Oh, okay.
take about 50%. When I say about,
Yeah.
that just seems to be that seems just to be the case, at least what I've
Well, then
found.
it sounds like you have to jump from 117 to 122 pretty quickly, then, my friend.
Right. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 3, 4.
Cool.
So,
David, how do we draft a new
oh
one?
my God, 8 minutes. Who wrote that?
Jeez, oh man.
But again, it depends on like what you're sharing. I might have shared, something from somebody else. And then I'm just going, and then I know I shared a couple other things. So then I shared a story about a woman that put her resume on a cake and delivered it into the company that she was applying for.
Oh
And
wow.
then here's where you can embed that video. Now that video will take it right to their website. So, and then I shared that my wife's company is doing a kind of a career fair. So again, I was sharing multiple things, and I think that's okay if you break it up. I think if my article was 8 minutes talking about one thing, then I would have been in trouble, right? So multiple things kind of breaks it up a little bit, kind of like into chapters, I guess you could say.
David, we want to draft a new newsletter. Where do we go to do that?
Oh, well, let's go. All right. So how do we post, right? We go start a post, right? Well, write an article. So we just hit write an article. We'll hit next. Now we got to go find a photo, Google it, create one on your own or whatever. I just Google it. I'm lazy. Pete creates those, fancy ones. I just upload something, and then obviously you want to give it a fairly decent title, kind of like what a blog might have, and then really it's writing it. And I'm sure Pete, you might do this, but I create mine on a Word doc or whatever, and then just paste it, over to here. We're going to obviously give it a title, and then really to add things. Although LinkedIn did change some things up, but if I wanted to add an image, I can click add image, and then I just pull it from right. So I'm going to create that as an image. If I wanted to put a hyperlink here in that image, I just click that little pencil, and then I could grab that link, paste it in here. That way, when somebody clicks the picture on my newsletter, it would take them right to there. You can also embed video. There's a link again, and then just different ways you can, highlight everything there.
I love it. And then we have the option to can you have multiple newsletters from one David account? I don't know the answer to that. I think
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that either. Boy, you're coming up with some good stuff today. I don't know the answer to that. The great thing is now with LinkedIn's content calendar, that's good for 89 days, I think. I can share this. I can schedule it out. I don't have to, I can create, you can have plenty of drafts. So here's my drafts, right, of different newsletters that I'm going to be sharing. So I told you I had a few, right? So I have these, they're almost done. Just got to do some little tweaks to them before I publish them there.
So I didn't know, can you stack multiple posts as well?
You should be able to schedule these out. Yes. Multiple.
So you can have multiple draft newsletters and also multiple draft posts.
Yes.
Or just one draft post.
No, you should. I don't know the answer to that because I've only scheduled. I just schedule them out usually like the day before or whatever.
Yeah.
I would assume so, only because you can schedule how many posts that you want on LinkedIn's little content calendar that they have.
I love it. You teach me something every single time.
Oh, hey, Nadia says she has 14,000 followers and 7,000, and the math works. The math works. So yeah.
All right, let's go over to our comments and see if there's any other questions we have as we get close to wrapping up here. Questions on the company page, the sub pages you can have, and the newsletter. Yes, David is very, very organized indeed.
It's just that's. I promise you, I have some faults. Just ask my wife. But yeah,
So,
one of them, being organized is one of them.
On that, I took a Dale Carnegie class recently, and they talk about accepting appreciation and accepting those roses of others. And whenever we say, hey, somebody gives us a compliment, it's okay to say, hey, thanks for that. And it's a way to build others up as well, because then we're able to follow and say, hey, that was a good thing. It's just kind of like one of those ahas for me, because I didn't really like accepting gratitude from others. And it is a good thing. You are working hard, David.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, Kenny says it's 106 in Sugar Land, Texas.
Oh my goodness. Outside of LinkedIn first, then repurpose. Yep, that makes sense. Dave, where do you post it? Maybe share a link to where you post it regularly. We can check that out.
I've been posting daily articles on Medium now, every day for the past 62 days straight.
Oh my goodness.
It's been forcing me to be faster in the moment and creating content. So, but on Medium, you can actually get paid to write articles. So like this month I've earned, hold drum roll please, $16.57.
There you go. You're making about 25 cents an hour.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Well, that's not why I do it, but anyway. But yeah, no, Medium is a very.
Now, do you repurpose the content there from Medium over to multiple places, right? Yeah. So same concept, right? Make it good, make it high quality, and then use it a couple of different places.
Oh yeah, 100%. Let's see if Dave had said anything. Nope.
I just popped in over here on the live session. We can give a little bit of love to our friends here. Question: what's your take on LinkedIn versus outside of LinkedIn? LinkedIn does not share emails of subscribers. Yeah, that's a very good point, Nadia. And we touched on that briefly, and that's true. It doesn't share the email address. There are other tools. Beehive's one of them. There's a couple of other ones, I think. There's another one that begins with a P, I think, where you can kind of have your followers and you can monetize those couple of things. I'm a fan of growing right here on this platform. It gets to be a little overwhelming for me. And let's hear your system for repurposing. David, any other thoughts on kind of the in LinkedIn versus posting out of LinkedIn? I think you just hit on the Medium piece. Dave shared that he posts on his website before.
Yeah, but Pete, I'm with you. I mean, I only have so much bandwidth to, I would love to be active on every platform, love to. Mm-hmm. And I post on there, but I don't engage because there's only one of me and only so much limited time. So, but yeah, Nadia, happy to hear it.
Let's see here if it comes through. Gail uses Canva. Yep. Gail, I wonder if you use Canva Pro. I've found it to be a very valuable $122 per year.
Yeah, I got the cheap version so far. Oh, hey, just real quick on Canva, everybody, if you don't have a LinkedIn banner or you don't know how to create one, go to Canva, type in LinkedIn banner. You'll find a size appropriate one there and play around with it a little bit. So at least you have some banner up there if you don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how often do you post? So how about you, Pete? How often do you post content to your business page?
I'm in a little, as many of you know, I'm in a little bit of a LinkedIn hiatus right now. So I would try and do like 2 to 3 times per week on the business page. And usually one of those was a repost. But original content, I was striving for 2 times per week. I don't know what the best practice is. The algorithm will change over time, and sometimes it says, "Hey, it's going to favor the company pages." I haven't really seen that come to fruition yet. Um, what's your take on the business page?
You know, I think in order to get traction and get followers, I think that you need to be, somewhat consistent. Now,
Mhm.
if you're posting daily as yourself
Mhm.
and it's related to your business, well, the next day or the day after, why can't you post it there as well too? So maybe it's not quite
You're
every
on
day.
the business account. Maybe it's the same information, the
Yeah,
same content you're
yeah,
saying.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe just tweaked up a little bit differently. At least that's what I used to do. But now, to be honest, I find value in business pages, but um, again, the love and support's going to come from the person. So again, people.
Sometimes testimonials, product updates, new services, offerings, those are nice. Kind of whenever you have a new promotion going, those are nice things to share there. Live audio or video to YouTube, summarize it using my content with AI. Yep, that makes sense. Hmm. Yep, love hearing about Chat GPT is super helpful for a lot of these things. Canva, you can even create AI images on Canva, which is pretty cool. I know there's other tools out there.
Yes.
That's the one that I've kind of used a little bit more frequently. Sometimes they get a little bit gnarly.
All right. All right. Well, so this is week 7.
Mhm.
Got 2 more before our final 10th episode. What are we gonna cover next week?
So we get to this point each session and we kind of change it up every single time we get to the end here. And I think what would be helpful is to do another one of the roast sessions where we get a couple of people and we talk about how to, ramp up some of those profiles. So that was, we got a lot of really, really good feedback and a lot of appreciation from some of those roasts. So I think to do those constructive, right? This is all with love that we're doing this and the best intentions at heart. So I think that's what we can go towards next week, David. And the nice thing is, if somebody has a profile that we want to get through, let's see if we can get through 10 profiles. And I
Okay.
learn from every single one
Oh,
that we
yeah.
get through. So we'll build up our list of backlogs. There we go. Gail's in. Gail's in for it. Number 1, first round draft pick. Oh, speaking of that, football's starting. I don't know if you play fantasy football.
I
But
used to, and I can't.
yeah,
I'm too consumed, and I watch football totally different, and I don't like it.
yeah.
Uh, I'm. Let's answer this question. What do you do when a client ghosts you when you make an offer and he or she disappears? So Pete, I think I've shared this before. So I mean, I write about 8 to 10 resumes a week. So I have like lots of calls with people that don't even ever become clients. This happens to me all the time. So my advice is just you set up follow-ups. You send a reminder, whatever CRM tool or whatever tools you're using, or use your phone or piece of paper, but follow up with them within, 8 days. If they say, yes, I'm still interested, it's not time. Okay, what time can I follow up? I follow up with people until they tell me to drop dead. You got any other advice there, Pete?
Yeah, I think in the game of anytime you're selling something, anytime you're offering a product or service, it's gonna happen. Nadia's number 2. Uh, Kenny, I think we're still on zucchini. So if there's zucchini in the sweet potato cheesecake, then yes, it is very welcome to come onto the show. But I think it's a numbers game, and there we go. Shella is coming on as well. So I think it's a numbers game, and you can't let it get you down. The other thing that I've seen is whenever people book a meeting, you can have them pay $5 or $8 or $10, some amount, so that they take the booking a little bit more seriously. I think there's lots of different tools that you can use. I think Calendly might have that. There might be something in HubSpot. Squarespace might have something like. There's a lot of different tools you can use, but another kind of opportunity, if you will, to make sure they take it more seriously.
Yeah. And then again, just however you keep organized, you follow up with those people until eventually, maybe it's, 5 days after, and then the next day it's 10 days after, and then maybe a couple of weeks. Eventually, maybe you just don't. But I just on Friday got a client that I had a conversation with them in December.
Wow.
And then they finally paid me in
December of 2019. Jeez, that is a long.
Yeah, no. Last year. But again, that's where we don't know what kind of, maybe they don't need it right now, or something changed in their life. But if you still stay top of mind, right, without bugging them too much, sounding too desperate, but you got to have some type of system. If you don't, send me a DM. I'll kind of share what maybe I do. So, okay. So we're going to roast some profiles next week.
We got our first 3. Yeah, we got our first 3 going for 10. Maybe we'll, go even above 10. But I look forward to it. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, David. And, we'll keep having fun, keep growing, and keep supporting one another. That was one of the things that you shared in the session today, how you highlight others in your newsletter. And that's so important, that whenever we give unto others and we help build them up, we grow as ourselves. Sure, that's important in real life, and it's also important on this platform as you can continue building.
I agree. So, hey, everybody, we went a little long. Seems like we go a little long all the time. That's because we have too many people that show up, right? Anyway, so we'll see you here next week, live video yet again. Maybe go to audio, maybe for that ninth one, maybe. I really like those as well. So everybody have an amazing evening. Pete, I'll see you next week.